What's up, historians and fellow Magic dorks? 2 weeks ago, we got a brand new format for Arena. A week prior to that, we got the final spoilers for New Capine, and now we're getting updates for not the next set to hit Arena, but the set after that one. Double Masters 55. I'm sorry, did I say 55? I meant 22. It's confusing because a single pack of Double Masters 22 cost $55, which is, Double Masters 22 times 2 plus 11 or something. I think, I'm not good at math. Anyways, and a whole bunch of other money-making paraphernalia. So stay tuned for this. Holy smokes, WOTC. Please don't take all my money, but I'll probably give it to you anyways. Episode of Mana Rant. But first, I'm Hoshi, your hot mess of a historic host, and you are listening to the Mana Rant podcast, where I'm always joined by this deceitful, deranged, and debaucherous man. Of course, I'm talking about the ever-rapidly decaying Drunken Dork.
What is up, everyone? Deceitful? I don't know about that one, but debaucherous, yes. And what was the other word you used?
Deranged. Deranged.
I agree with that one too. Deranged for sure. Absolutely.
And decaying.
Decaying 100%. Yeah. I have been sick. I've actually been sick with COVID, and I have not been treating my body well this week. I'm like, I got COVID. Cool. You know what'll cure that? Beer and Korean barbecue at home. So I'm going to do those two things. I'm going to eat at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and everything will be A-okay.
I mean, alcohol cleanses stuff, right? So,
Yeah, that's how it works, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
And finally, we have an all-around cool guy, winner of last week's horseshit card game, and winner of life, and somebody who definitely wrote their intro this week. We have Michael Apollo.
Yo, what's up, everyone? Yeah, no, it's just, it's cool. I win one, and it goes to my head, dude, so.
Immediately, you're like, everything is great now.
Yeah, life's great, dude. Sunshine and rainbows.
Just turn it
Apollo's like, well, nobody else is going to pat me on the back, so I guess I got to do it for myself.
I left it in there, and I got through the entire thing without laughing, so,
That's not true. You were giggling.
Okay, all right. I tried. Anyways, welcome back to the show, and thank you for joining us. We are the Mana Dorks, and this is a Mana Rant podcast where we talk about everything in Magic, but mainly focus on Arena, Historic, and Explorer formats. Our show moves through the segments of Magic, all the different phases of Magic, with like the main phases being the main topics of the show. But let's just hop into the first phase of our show, which is going to be the Untap phase.
Untap.
And Untap is where we start off the show with a couple drinks. So Apollo, you're up first. What are you untapping tonight or today?
So not having beer, going a little different. If I do drink liquor, I'm a gin man. I love gin. And I saw this at the BX on base. Hendrix Neptuna gin. So normally I get like the regular one. I'll put that
Gin.
up there.
I like gin.
I love me some gin.
You're in for a rough
So keeping it classy with,
episode.
a gin and tonic.
Nice.
Simple, easy.
That's
That is
lighter
nice.
on the calories for sure, the carbs.
Yeah, you gotta have a drink on the show, but
That's
I
true.
also don't want an Alec Baldwin head, which I already have. So you gotta have
An Alec Baldwin head.
yeah, because Alec Baldwin drinks so much fucking alcohol, his head is just like fucking always inflamed.
It's all red and puffy.
Yeah, like mine.
That's a good one. I like that.
All right, Dragon, what are you untapping?
So, I'm just watching you do your thing over there, but I just got back from. I wasn't here last week, obviously. I've for whatever you said, butthole something. I don't know. I had something wrong with my asshole, which isn't. It's probably not wrong because I constantly have butthole problems. But I was out of the country. I was in Amsterdam. But that's why I have COVID. I brought back Europe COVID to the States, and so Heineken's from there, and I have been on a fucking Heineken kick since I was there, you know, because that's basically what they have at every single restaurant and bar there.
No.
And yeah, I do like it. I don't think it's great, but since I came back from there, I've just been like really wanting to drink more of it. So that's what I'm drinking today. I got Heineken. Plus, you know, I can only get so many beers delivered to my house because I haven't been able to go out. Like I basically been quarantining myself. So like out of the few beers I can get, it's like, okay, do I want Heineken or do I want fucking basically Budweiser or something? I'm like, I'll take Heineken.
Okay. I had to drink warm Heineken when I was on deployment.
That sounds bad.
I didn't have to, but we hadn't hit a port in like 90 days or something like that. So they finally gave us a beer day, and they were like, "Here's your beers, 2 warm Heinekens, not room temperature, warm Heinekens." They're so disgusting. I was just like, just like pounding them as quick. I can't drink the shit after that. I can't drink it. It's fucking makes me want to gag. But for me, I am drinking, since it's daytime right now, I'm having I forget what it's called, a Del Hilo or something like that. It's a Spanish coffee drink, so I got a Liquor 43, which is a Spanish liqueur, and I got some bourbon cream right here, and so I threw that in this giant, classy peacock mug that I got, and yeah.
That thing is ridiculous looking. Thing looks real dumb.
Hey, I love it. I don't care.
Yeah, you would like pee in cocks. So.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, by the way, I said that you like strained so hard in the bathroom that you blew a blood vessel in your eye. That's what it was. It was, yeah.
Okay.
If you
All
forgot.
right, yeah.
Because that did happen. So, anyways, cheers, everybody. Let's have a good cheers.
Cheers, everyone.
And with that, let's move into our upkeep phase.
Upkeep, get ya upkeep.
And Upkeep is our Reddit rant segment. And Reddit rant is where we look to the internet for people bitching, screaming, complaining, and sometimes just being a straight dick about Magic the Gathering. And so it's not too hard to find. We found one pretty quickly this week. So let's take a look. We're going to Facebook, I believe, this week. Yep, Facebook, where the best of society is always on there making valid comments. So let's take a look. This week we have Justin Paragon, which, do you think that's his real name? Paragon? I don't know.
No.
Okay.
I think he
Anyways.
played a lot of Mass Effect.
Yeah, maybe. All right. So, well, anyways, Justin, he's got quite the comment for people that are upset about 2022, Masters 22. So he says, "It tickles me to see how bent out of shape people are over the prices of the new Double Masters set. Many cry laughing emojis. People seem to overlook the collector aspect of this game. 100s emojis, and then yelling emojis for some reason. I don't quite get that one, but sure. Not every set is for everybody. If you can't afford it, wait for the next set, people." Is what I imagine he sounded like when he posted that one. So yeah, he got the pretentious coffee shop music for that fucking shitty comment that he made there, that elitist comment. So Apollo, what do you think of Justin Paragon's outlook on Double Masters?
Now, normally I would be privy to agree with him, but considering the actual price of this, WOTC has lost their fucking mind. Yeah. So not only is WOTC like a fucking Scrooge McDuck, this guy is fucking Ebenezer Scrooge, like Mr. like highbrow, like, if you can't afford it, get out of my way. Like, no, dude, no, don't stop your flexing, man. It's cardboard at the end of the day, and it's $55 for a fucking pack.
Oh, that's so crazy. Drunken, what do you think of Justin?
So I'm trying to find it, but I do remember a comment like WOTC said, and they basically said that like this same thing, you know, that Justin is saying. They're like, yeah, not all sets of Magic are for everyone. So WOTC even themselves, I remember this like very clearly. I can't find it though right now, because I don't know if you guys remember this. This isn't actually as bad as the last Modern Masters that came out, or Double Masters, I mean.
Yeah.
It was $100 for those VIP packs. Do you remember that?
Oh, for the VIP ones, though. This is for regular packs, though, isn't it?
This is for collector boosters, but it's not the same. The VIP pack came with like 10 full art foil lands and like 2 fucking mythic rares and or that were also foil, and everything else is foil in it. So I'm not 100% sure on what this is, but yeah, this guy Justin Paragon can go suck a dick for sure. Unless he likes sucking dicks, then he can go eat an asshole. If he likes eating assholes, go do something you don't like. That's what I say. Because although this is an expensive card collecting game, it needs to be accessible for people. And like one of these things when they come out with these Modern Master sets I keep saying Modern Masters, Double Master set. It's supposed to make the game more accessible for people, right? Like it's supposed to bring these cards that are hard to get or expensive. It's supposed to bring the prices down a little bit, make it more accessible so people can play Legacy, Modern, fucking Commander, or whatever they want to play. And $55 packs. This isn't going to bring the prices down like at all, like if it does.
No, I don't think so. Because the people that can afford this, they're just going to be keeping it because those are collectors, right? So they're not going to be reselling this stuff, I don't think. It's just too much, man. It's too much money. And I think you summed that up great. I just feel like he's being an elitist dick right now for people that are upset because they want this product, they want to be able to play and enjoy the game, and it's just way too fucking much. It's crazy. I remember, when they had like $30 packs, everyone was losing their minds then. Now they're just like, whatever, like who knows how, like for one pack, it's like a Apollo set. It's just cardboard, man. Like how can they justify charging this much for it? I don't know. I know they were saying they were going to raise the prices a little bit, but this is just them gouging the market, I feel like. Anyways, so Justin, it's great. I imagine you work for Wizards at this point.
Probably.
Or something. Yeah, I don't know how you could be a fan of this game and just have this, like, dickish opinion. But then again, never mind. I've met a few people playing Magic before that.
Maybe it's Elon Musk, so he just doesn't give a shit because he has fucking billions of dollars.
Maybe he'll buy Wizards next. I hope he does. Yeah. Actually, screw it. Who knows? All right, and with that, if you guys got any Reddit rants that you find that you want to send our way, feel free to, and it might make it on the show. And now we'll move into our next phase, which is the draw phase. Let's draw. And draw is where we go over some, some MTG news. Hosted by everybody's most hated anchor, Drunken Dork.
All right. I don't like that at all. All right, so there is actually a lot of news this week, but one of the main phases we're going to go over, like the meat and potatoes, or the meat, I should say, of the dish. And so basically all I'm going to give for news right now is this week. This is I'm saying this because I like it. We got Midweek Madness from the 17th through the something else. I don't fucking know. It's whenever Midweek Madness takes place. It's usually Tuesday through Thursday, I believe. It's going to be Artesian, and it's going to be Alchemy Artesian, unfortunately. But still, that's better than standard Artesian. It gives you some stuff to do. There's some really cool zombies right now in Alchemy and standard. So if you want to get up in there, play some fun decks, do some deck building that matters, you know, make some decks that are just going to be interesting and playable and viable and cheap on the wallet, this is your time. But yeah, after that, I think we're just going to talk about what decks we've been playing and like what we've been doing on Arena. And I will start because I wasn't here last week. You guys talked all about Explorer. And I want to say I fucking love this format. Yeah. I have almost been playing exclusively Explorer right now. It's a really good format. It like Historic, I'm not taking anything away from Historic. This is just a new shiny that we have, so that's why I've been playing it. Like Historic, Explorer has like a lot of different archetypes. It has a whole bunch of viable options to be playing right now. You know, now especially with the bans, which we'll go over later. I feel like you can really get in there and play just a bunch of different stuff. Like just yesterday, I made a mono white weenie deck that is like a Death and Taxes almost. Mono white Death and Taxes. And I got in there and I have like a 50-50 win rate right now, which isn't great. But it's still fun, I think. You know, like I'm able to get in there and I'm able to like, okay, I added these cards in, play against a few decks, see what it's viable against on the ladder, because I only play the ladder. And then kind of go from there, start shifting the deck a little bit, seeing like what I'm playing against, what I'm getting matched against. And I really like that about when a new set comes in or a new format starts, is it's really the Wild West, right? Where you can get in there and do whatever you want and build from there. And it's great. I'm having a lot of fun. I really, really like it. I can't speak higher of it.
Nice.
It's a good format. And I'm just looking forward to, now that they have this set in stone, we have this format. Now they're going to start reaching back into the other sets, you know, and that makes me happy. Like Eldritch Moon, I think is the next one. And so I will be happy when we get that shit. But yeah, what do you guys been playing?
Apollo.
Yeah, so I'm going to completely agree with Drunken Dork. I've been playing Explorer and having so much fun with it. Some things like we've said a lot on this podcast is when a new format or new set releases and how it's like the Wild West. That's like my favorite. It's when it's brand new, it's fresh, you know, your deck building, like it's like a little kid at Christmas, you know, like you just get so many ideas. Things aren't set in stone yet, so you have a lot of freedom to like try different things. So I have like a few variants of Greasefang. I know the Mardu version is out there. I can see how it could be more consistent, but honestly, personally, I like the Esper variant, and I've been playing two different variants of Esper Greasefang. So personally, for me, I like it better. The life gain, I think, is pretty relevant. Especially when you're playing against mono red burn. Usually they just like kind of auto concede once you start gaining life with faithful mending, which is always good. But I've also been jumping around to Historic and Historic Brawl. I've still been playing, and I can't like stress this enough. I think this is what makes Arena good and how they should stay this course going forward, because now I can play multiple things and not just Historic. You know, like I'm on Historic Brawl. If I want to play Slivers, you know, get away from the ladder from a little bit, you know, I can. If I want to see some jank, or, you know, go back to Historic rank, play some Gruul or Control, or, you know, explore with the Greasefang. So yeah, overall, I'm loving it. I'm just on Arena as much as I can and having a blast. What about you, Hoshi?
Yeah, I feel the same way. I haven't played Arena this much in a while. I feel like because I've just been like excited to get on there and play Explorer. It's the new shiny format like you were talking about, and it's just there's a lot of fun stuff in there, and the power level is lowered a little bit from Historic, so you can get away with some other archetypes that you really can't in Historic, which is nice. I feel like I've been playing Vampires a lot. I really love the turn 3 Xander combo, the Lord Xander, the new one, who, you know, he makes you discard, he makes you sacrifice stuff, and he mills a bunch of your stuff. He's awesome. And with him too, you know, I've been adding like the Olivia Voldaren, the you know, the one from the last like wedding set that we had. Like, she's in there now. She's actually been really good in that. The Haunta Hightower I've been throwing it, like a bunch of just ridiculous, like, you know, high cost vampires, because Sorin just is able to put them in on turn 3, and you know, it's a lot of fun. That deck is really good. My win percentage is pretty high with that one, I feel like. Plus it's got the removal package, right? It's got Thoughtseize and like all the kill spells and everything, and a lot of death touch and life gain, and it's just got a lot of like different angles to it, and I really love it. And I love tribal too, so it's you know, vampires just I don't feel is good enough in historic, but it works in explorer, which is great, man.
Yeah,
and then
exciting.
I'm trying to build a reanimator deck besides Greasefang, maybe working into Greasefang, but also reanimate Agent of Treachery in there, you know, get him in because he's you know, he's fun. People love that card, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So what is your reanimator spell that you're trying to use?
There's like Blood for Bone, which is a 4-drop one where it allows you to pull something out of the graveyard too, which is cool. And then there's the other like 5-drop one where I forget, it's like a dual modal card that you have where you can mill a couple cards into the graveyard and then reanimate something. Okay. It's like Conjure or something like that. I forget. It's a Dimir colored card. I can't think of the name of that one.
The only problem I find with Reanimator in this format is Unburial Rites is so powerful, and and the Priest too, right? Because you can mill your whole fucking deck, and then you're like, okay, great, now I have Unburial Rites in the graveyard right where I want it. Boom, play it out of the graveyard, return something else from the graveyard, which is what makes Reanimator so strong and historic. Absolutely. Which is like what and because we don't have that in Explorer, you know, makes it a little weaker, but I want to see this. I'm excited. You know me, I'm all about the graveyard shenanigans, and if you make something viable, I'm down. And it's, you know, I'm glad that you mentioned this Greasefang's Apollo, because I too have been playing a lot of the Greasefang's deck. I never played it in Historic because I just thought it was a weaker version of graveyard shenanigans that we already had in Historic, right? It is, and I only have been playing Esper. I haven't played the Mardu version yet. Yeah. And what I'm curious, I used someone from our Discord. Fuck, I wish I knew. I think it was CY, maybe not. I don't know. Someone from our Discord put a deck up there, and I fucking been playing the shit out of it, and I absolutely love it. That Esper Charm is great in that deck. Have you used this yet?
No, I haven't.
So this Esper Charm, basically it's got 3 options like all the charms. I forget what it's called. It's not an Esper Charm. It's whatever the fuck new
the Broker Charm or whatever.
Yeah. Has 3 options. It counters an instant or sorcery. It returns a 3 or less converted mana cost multicolored creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. So it returns Greasefangs.
Yeah.
It enters tapped, but it's at instant speed. So you can do it at the end. So you can hold this thing up, these 3 mana up. You can either counter their spells, or you can destroy a 3 converted mana cost or less creature. So this thing does the work in that deck. It's like an incredibly good card for that deck specifically. It really like it, you know, because you can also protect your Greasefangs too. You know, from a single target removal. And so I really like that card has put a lot of work in for that deck. If you haven't tried it, you should try it.
Nice.
And whoever posted that deck, that you have fucking great job. That deck has been working phenomenally for me.
Nice, dude. Yeah, sounds cool. All right, any other last thoughts before we move into main phase 1?
No.
All right, cool.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Main phase 1.
All right, and so main phase 1, we're talking about the banned and restricted announcements, I believe. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so the person, I want to say this, the person who posted the deck is Binary Soloist. Okay. Good job, Binary Soloist. Yeah.
He's posting some good stuff in there.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So for this week, yeah, the banned and restricted announcements that we got. So we got
baby.
I mean, Explorer, brand new format. They're like, all right, we're gonna release the queue, but before we do that, we're gonna chop some cards up a little bit. So let's see what we got. I got the full article pulled up right here. So this was on May 11th that came out, where Winota, Joiner of Forces, and Tybalt's Trickery are both banned in the format. Now, do you guys want to say what you think about both of these, and then we'll talk about how WOTC justified it afterwards? Apollo, what do you think about both of these getting banned?
Yeah, I agree. Definitely one more than the other, that being Tybalt's Trickery.
Yeah.
It was going to happen. Winota is, I don't want to say oppressive, but I think for right now, until Explorer catches up to Pioneer, which we'll talk about, I think it's the right call for now. But Tybalt's Trickery, I don't know what idiot intern they had design that card, but that card is just it's the dumbest card they've ever made. It literally only exists to play unfair Magic, where I don't care what I'm doing. I don't even care what you're doing. I'm just trying to cheat something into play. Like, it is the worst card ever. I don't know why it's not target opponent, you know? So, yeah, I love it. I'm down with the bans for sure.
Yeah. All right. Drunken, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm going to agree. I think Winota is my least favorite here, just because I was seeing nothing but Winota for a while. And that's not what I want, you know, when I play a format. I don't want a single deck. This is why I don't play Sander generally, or Alchemy especially, because it's like one or two decks that rule the format, and you don't want that in any format. That's just bad Magic, you know, that's bad gameplay. And so I'm glad that's gone. Yeah, Tybalt's Trickery, what makes this card so bad, it's exactly like you said, Hoshi. It's a slot machine, right? So
yeah,
they play it turn 2 or whatever. They either get their fucking combo off or whatever, their card they wanted, or they don't. So either way, the game is going to end right there generally. They're like, okay, didn't get what I wanted, concede. Got what I wanted, won. So it's just like, also bad Magic, you know, like that's not a game. That's just someone playing a card and they either win or lose. And it's just boring. And like, one of the most ridiculous things about playing against that deck is you'll see them mull down to like 5-4, whatever. They're like, okay, got my land, got my Tybalt's Trickery. I'm ready for my fucking combo to go off, and then go Thoughtseize. And they're like, concede.
Yeah.
So dumb.
Yeah, these are both good choices.
Yeah, I totally agree. I still have like I feel like PTSD against Tybalt's Trickery, and like I forgot that it was in Explorer, and the first time I played against someone who did it, I was like, motherfucker. I was so upset that I was back. I was like, god damn it, I forgot about this shitty card that I hate. And I think WOTC like really finally summed it up properly in this in this statement that they made about Tybalt's Trickery, which is like, I don't know how it took them so long to get to here. They're like, even without throws of chaos to provide a backbone for consistency, these decks still aim to finish the game as quickly as possible, win or lose, without the opportunity for a meaningful interaction from other players. This creates an extremely negative experience when playing against this card. Fucking yes, no shit it does. And it took them for so long. I went on the band or the whatever their where you can complain about stuff directly to WOTC, their forum that they have. There was so many Tybalt Trickery complaints on
more
there.
than anything, right?
Way more than anything I've ever seen on there. It was crazy. With so many petitions of people upvoting all the Tybalt's Trickery stuff, and they just fucking didn't do anything about it for the longest time. And now they're like, oh, you know what? We checked out our form finally, and we figured out that people don't like that card. That's really weird. And so thank God, fuck that card. And then Winota, join our forces. It's 30% of the meta. The last time that I looked, so that's never good.
No.
I don't think. Whenever something is that dominant in the meta, it's just a problem. Even though I do like the card, I think Winona is a fun like Magic card, but it's just so good. It's really good in this format right now. Did it deserve to be banned? I don't think banned, maybe suspended. I don't know if they're doing the same thing with the banned and suspension thing with Explorer as they are with the other arena formats. Do you guys know if they're doing that at all? If they're doing
No
the
idea.
suspensions?
I do know. All I do know is that it's not a temp. Well, it is going to be a temp ban once it is fully into Pioneer. But as quickly as Dominaria United, they're going to reevaluate again.
Yeah.
Because I think the whole thing is if there's enough interaction and a removal for Winota to interact with Winota, then it's a fair card, right? Like, so at least they've said that in the article. Yeah. That as soon as Dominaria United comes, they're going to reevaluate it, which I think is it's a good thing. So because it's a good card, and I don't think it's too oppressive.
Yeah, I mean, there are definitely plenty of games where I've beaten the Winona deck, and if you destroy their Winona, it really it's not unwinnable for them without Winona. It's still a good bones of a deck based around it, which is probably what makes the deck really good in Explorer. Is that they can still win without Winona. But when she's there, she just makes it's like, man, if you can live through one Winona activation, like you have a pretty good board state, I feel like, and I've done that before where I've won against him. I don't think I've ever won against 2 Winona activations though. I've definitely won against 1. But 2 is usually the nail in the coffin. They usually hit something pretty good with that. Yeah. So yeah, it's sad. I don't like cards being taken away, like that kind of card being taken away in this new format. That's kind of fun, but I do feel like it was a little too much out there right now. So
yeah, anytime that it's above like even 10% of the format, I think, is just bad. And 30% is huge. Yeah. Right? That is a big portion. You want to see variety, which is why we are essentially a historic podcast, because historic is such a great format because there's so many different viabilities there, right? And that's what we're seeing right now in Explorer. Yeah. Should we change the name of our podcast, like Mana Rant Exploring Historic? The Historic Explorers. Oh, God. Because the format is really good. Like, I think even going forward, I'm not going to stop playing it. I do think Historic is going to be my main format, but as long they're getting to this really quick, which I like more than anything. Fucking Tybalt's Trickery and Throes of Chaos stuck around for a long fucking time in Historic. Yeah. So many people are complaining about it. It was an awful deck. It won. It was consistent, super duper consistent. Yeah.
They didn't give a shit.
They didn't care, like they're like Historic, that's run by the interns, they'll fucking deal with it 3 years from now.
That's Timmy's thing. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah. And like the fact that they got on here, this is a brand new format. They said that they're going to be backing this format. They're going to put a lot of time and effort into it.
That's good.
And they're doing this right away is a good sign. I think that's a really good sign. And I'm sure the numbers show with the amount of people that have been playing this.
Yeah. One thing that I did notice, which is interesting, is some of the cards that we have from the historic anthologies are in Explorer, like Ulamog. He's in there because he's technically playable in so we do have some of the cards from like some of the further back sets that got introduced with historic anthology, which is weird.
It is weird.
So that part like kind of threw me off a little bit, but I've definitely been noticing that there's some cards that I want to play when I'm like making a deck. I'm like, oh yeah, let me just add this in there, and then I'm like, oh shit, that's it came from some shenanigans that got into historic. So there are definitely quite a few cards that I miss that are in historic that would be fun to have in Explorer, but I guess that's what makes the two the different formats, which is a good thing. I think it's a good thing at the end of the day.
So kind of off topic real quick. When was the last time we had a historic centric thing come out, like a set or whatever? When was the last one? It was Jumpstart?
Yeah, I think so. The historic Horizons Jumpstart thing that we had, which that one was a fucking powerhouse of a thing. Oh, besides Alchemy. All the alchemy sets,
count.
Those don't count. Okay, those do go into historic, but yeah,
historic centric. Yeah,
I think the historic Horizons was the last one that we had. Where
so when did that come out? July?
That was a while ago. Yeah, that was quite a while ago. That one.
We're almost a year.
Up. Yeah,
we're almost a year since the last historic centric thing came out. That I'm sorry. This is about fucking bands and shit, but dude. WOTC, take your fucking best people, put them on historic, because I bet the numbers show it's probably one of the most played formats, yet they don't fucking care, they don't pay any attention to it. Get your best people, put them on historic. Don't even get your best people, hire me. I'll get that set going, man. We'll have nothing but enchantments on there and graveyard stuff.
You should be playing standard, man. Standard is a lot of enchantments right now. I played that weekly thing in there, and enchantments is one of the top decks in standard. I know we never fucking talk about standard in here because I only play it whenever whenever they make us play it. Yeah, they're like, you want these cards, huh? You're gonna have to play some standard. I'm like, I want my free stuff, WOTC. Fine, I'll play your stupid standard. But yeah, it's enchantments is in there, so drunken, maybe maybe you'll feel like giving it a shot. I don't know, whatever.
I mean, I have almost 0 cards of the new set, so I don't think I would do well. I would fare well in standard right now.
Good. Well, then you should definitely play. All right, and with that, then let's move into our combat phase.
Dorkish Combat!
And Combat is our horseshit card game, hosted by Drunken Dingleberry. Take it away.
What is up, everyone? This is the Horseshit Card Game. This is a game that I change up every single week just to make things spicy. And this week is no different because I'm doing something fucking weird, and I don't even know if I'm going to be able to explain this correctly because I can almost explain nothing correctly. So here we go. I'm going to name 5 cards. 4 of them should eventually... Hold on. Fucking COVID, man. 4 of them should eventually enter the Explorer format, and 1 of them should not.
Okay.
All right? And it's up to you 2 fucking idiots to figure out which one of these cards will not be entering Explorer, okay?
Okay.
So... here we go.
Tough.
And the good thing is, this is for you guys because I think it's going to be a fairly easy one because they're all rares and mythics. So these are generally more memorable cards.
Okay.
All right?
Sure.
All right. Got kind of a theme here too. First one's going to be Olivia, mobilized for war. 1 black, red for a legendary creature, Vampire Knight. Flying. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may discard a card. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature. It gains haste until end of turn, and it becomes a vampire in addition to its other types. She is a 3/3. Then we have Geralf's Masterpiece. It is 3 blue for a creature, zombie, horror at mythic rare. As flying, it says Geralf's Masterpiece gets -1/-1 for each card in your hand. Then it says 3 and a blue, discard 3 cards, return Geralf's Masterpiece from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. It is a 7/7. That's a beefer right there, man.
That is.
Then we have Assembled Alphas. 5 and a red for a creature wolf at rare. It says whenever assembled alphas blocks or becomes blocked by a creature, assembled alphas deals 3 damage to that creature and 3 damage to that creature's controller. It is a 5/5. Then there is Sanctifier of Souls. 3 and a white for a creature human cleric at rare. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, sacrifice Sanctifier Souls gets +1/+1 until end of turn. 2 and a white.
You're right.
Exile a creature. No, I don't think I am. Exile a creature card from your graveyard. Put a 1/1 white spear creature token with flying onto the battlefield. It is a 2/3. And then finally, there's Herald of War. 3 white for a creature, angel, at rare, flying. Whenever Herald of War attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Angel spells and human spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each +1/+1 counter on Herald of War. It is a 3/3. Those are the cards, boys.
Whew.
What do we think? So I'm gonna start, since Apollo, you're fucking high and mighty, riding your fucking winning train. What do you think is the card that will not be entering Explorer?
All right, so I'm really dumb. I don't know why any of these wouldn't be going into Explorer, but I'm gonna go with, let's go with the last one, Herald of War.
Okay.
Not going into Explorer.
Hoshi, what do we got?
Man, yeah, I guess I'm going with the same. Yeah, I'll go with Herald of War as well.
Herald of War.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right, gentlemen. Well, you are both correct.
Yeah.
Nice, yeah.
Awesome.
Fuck
dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
I might have blew it this week actually by showing the actual cards instead of the blurred one.
Oh, you idiot!
You had you had the set symbols in there, so yeah, that really.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then you're dumb. Because they were supposed to be blurred for people who are watching.
I know. Whoopsie.
And I usually I usually post 2 different ones, a blurred one and a non-blurred one.
Yeah.
And so, Herald of War is from the original, what's that set called? Avacyn Restored?
Yeah.
And so, the other ones are all from the new upcoming Shadow, Eldritch Moon.
Over Innistrad or whatever. Yeah. Okay.
So originally, I believe Pioneer only went back to what set does it go back to?
It goes back
Return to Ravnica?
Return to Ravnica. Yeah, that's
Is that it? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, thanks, Hoshi, for fucking up the card game.
Sorry. Yeah, since it's a 3-man show again, and we've made a lot of changes since Apollo, was gone.
I'll take it.
Still working.
Right, so I'm
still
gonna
working to
say
get things up to speed. Yeah.
Apollo wins. I win. Hoshi, you lose.
Ah, motherfucker. Whatever. That's fine. I've got enough wins in the bank to,
That's true.
to graciously allow you guys to have this one.
Okay. Oh wow. Thank you, Sir Hoshi.
Yeah. You like how I said it was, yes, it was very gracious of me. I am humble. Yay. With that, we'll
yay me.
Yeah, we'll go into main phase 2.
Main phase 2.
All right, and so in main phase 2, we're just gonna go over the new Double Masters announcement and all that stuff that's coming out, right? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, I mean, there's some historic and Explorer specific stuff that is important, I think.
Great. Well, then take it away, Drunken.
All right. Well, we already Hoshi touched on it in the intro. Double Masters coming out. I don't think that matters for us unless they release some type of special, historic Double Masters thing, maybe Double Masters fucking Jumpstart or something. But who knows? Because historic is its own unique format. It doesn't follow anything else.
Yeah.
It could just be mini fucking Legacy, or Digital Legacy for all we know. Who knows? But
that's basically what they did with Modern Horizons too, right? They gave us the historic Horizons where they just added a bunch of cards from those Horizon sets into it, and then gave it to us in a weird Jumpstart format, which I liked, but some of those cards are ridiculous.
They're great.
So it could happen. You never know, right?
Yeah, it could happen. Here's thinking for it, right?
Do whatever with historic, yeah.
But the other thing they said, so they talked about Dominaria. It's like Magic's 30th year anniversary, and Dominaria is like the original planes, I guess, that Magic was based around. And it's coming out. Not this next set. Next set is fucking Dungeons and Dragons or something like that. The set after the next set. So this releases in September. And what they announced with that is Jumpstart. So here's what they said. Let's double down on the Dominaria United update. In addition to the draft set and collector boosters, we're already going to get your money for that. You already know we're adding a fan favorite to the mix as well. Beginning with Dominaria United, each standard set, this is what it's important, release also includes themed Jumpstart packs. So for now on, with Dominaria, we're going to get Jumpstart every single standard set.
What?
Yeah, they really, really want our money. What do you like? Before I dig in from there, what do you guys think of this? Like, I don't know if this is going to actually hit Arena, but it's definitely hitting paper, and I'm assuming it's going to hit Arena.
Apollo, what do you think?
Aside from, WOTC being like, we want more money, I like it because Jumpstart makes Historic more unique. And that's the big point, I think, because as you add more cards into Historic, we kind of touched on it, it becomes more like Legacy. But the fact that it's so unique and it gets unique cards differentiates it from Legacy, which is cool because if it goes back far enough, it's like, well, I might as well just play Legacy on Moto. So I like this. I like the themes. It's a really cool chance for them to add unique stuff and make Historic even more unique. So yeah, I dig it. Money aside, I dig it. And it's great to draft with, right? Like, it's one of the more fun formats, I think.
Oh, that for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't think there's any. Yeah.
Words.
Yeah.
Damn it! I was trying to the
You're
source,
trying to sound smart, but you sounded real dumb instead. Yeah.
my brain thesaurus just failed me there. I was gonna say I don't think there's any argument there with the Jumpstart being just a great fun set. I think the issue here is that is this coming to Arena with every single Jumpstart? And if it is, are those cards going into Historic, right? Or are they just going to be... I mean, they would be, I would imagine. If they come into Arena, they're definitely going into Historic, right? Historic is like the dumpster of like anything that touches Arena basically goes in there, right? Digital or not. So... the problem with that...
That's a good way of putting it. That's funny. The dumpster of whatever goes into Arena. Yeah, basically.
so yeah, if that's... I mean, Historic is already an expensive format. So them just dump it on top of, are they still going to be doing the alchemy sets as well? Like, Historic is going to be such a an unplayable format for anyone that's not a millionaire at this point. It's going to be...
That's not true. I still think it's the most viable format you can play on a budget.
Yeah, there are a lot of decks that you can play that are pretty good in there. Like, Phoenix is always going to be good, right? You can
Mono red.
Yeah, that's
auras.
true.
You can play auras on a budget. You can play mono red on a budget, and they're going to work well. But yeah, keep going. Sorry. Yeah, I threw you off.
I just feel like it's going to put a lot of pressure on like the Historic players that want to try and collect everything, and if you're putting Jumpstart in there and the alchemy sets and the normal standard set, it's like, holy shit, how many cards are they dumping into Historic? That's going to make it really hard to, stabilize it as well, too, if they put something in there stupid, because we've already seen that they respond to Historic, adjustments very slowly. So this could just be too much. Like, they've even said they basically only do R&D as far as like balancing for standard sets. Everything after that, they're like, fuck it, whatever. I don't know. If it causes some weird interaction, who gives a shit, right? We don't have the capability of doing that. Yet they have the capability of just making this many cards. I could see some major fuck ups happening from them doing this and like unleashing some kind of like god tier level combos with whatever nonsense they're going to be doing. So yeah, we'll see. It could be fun. It could be a complete clusterfuck disaster. I think at the same time. So interesting.
the thing is, like, we don't know what this is going to look like, right? Like, we don't know that this is very bare bones information. These jumpstart cards could just be straight out of the fucking Dominaria, right?
Yeah.
So we could get nothing that's going to be new except for what's already going to be new with Dominaria. Although they could, with this jumpstart set, like add like random pieces of other Dominaria sets, other original fucking like 30th, since this is the 30th anniversary of Dominaria, right? Like they could add in like fucking alpha and beta cards in there. Like you know what I mean? Like Sanguine Vampires, some stupid shit like that. So we don't really know much about it. It could be really good for our format, or it could be like, it could do absolutely nothing for our format, because if it's nothing but these new Dominaria United cards, then it's just, I don't know, this sounds like really stupid product to me in that scenario. But in the scenario where it is actually bringing insightful, fun themes, like I already like the Jumpstart theme as it is, like the Jumpstart playstyle. So if they do that again, like with other stuff and not just Dominaria, it could absolutely change our format. All right, so I'll read a little bit more of this. So replacing theme boosters. So they're getting rid of theme boosters. Fan favorite Jumpstart packs let players, new and returning alike, mix, match, and enjoy the mayhem of unique themes. With each latest release, Jumpstart packs in Dominaria United and beyond follow the original Jumpstart release, where each pack is a hidden theme to discover when you open. And shuffling any two packs together is all you need to get ready to play. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, nothing else really informative here. You scroll down in this article a little bit, and there's the gate to new adventure for alchemy and historic players. So this is for us. In the prosperous and influential city of Baldur's Gate. So this is the actual next set that's coming out. Magic and Dungeons and Dragons crossover once more in Alchemy Horizons Baldur's Gate, arriving July 7th to MTG Arena. So we're getting that. Alchemy Horizons Baldur's Gate throws open the city gates to new adventures on July 7th for Alchemy and historic players in the MTG Arena. The set aligns with the themes of the Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate tabletop release and introduces over 250 new cards to MTG Arena. Jesus. New mechanics, new legends, and powerful new spells can push your favorite MTG Arena deck to powerful heights and lay the foundation for entirely new deck possibilities. I don't know if I'm quite reading this right. Is this specifically for Alchemy and Historic?
That's what it sounds like. And probably, Historic Brawl, I'm sure, as well. But holy fuck. Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Apollo?
Yeah, that's interesting. An entire set just for Widow O Us? Like, that sounds pretty cool.
Just a digital format. Well, because I know they said that the... like Dungeons and Dragons theme really pissed off a lot of Magic players for some reason. So they said, okay, we'll never do that again in a main set. We'll still do it, but only in like off things, and clearly Commander and the digital formats falls into the off themes or whatever for them. So yeah, I guess we're going back to Dungeons and Dragons, but
get those D20s out.
Yeah,
they really want us to use them.
The thing that I wasn't sure was, so they said 250 new cards for MTG Arena. So does that mean that we're also getting the Commander cards, or are these new ones that are not in the Commander set? Like that didn't seem very clear to me.
I mean, from what it says is that it aligns with the Commander release, so we don't really know, right? Like,
what the hell does that mean?
Some of those.
Yeah.
It just means, so when the Commander when the Commander set releases on paper, this will be releasing the same day and date on digital. Okay. I don't think we're going to get a lot of those because it's Arena only. I think we're going to be getting a lot of those mechanics like we got with that are just random number generator mechanics. You know what I mean? Like that you can't really do outside of a digital format, right?
Dice roll stuff, yeah.
Yeah, that like it, like the one where you randomly pull a card without looking at your deck, right? Because you can't do that in paper. It's like impossible.
Yeah.
And so, Apollo, do you have anything else to say about this? Are you excited? Is this like, alchemy? This is alchemy and historic. So I'd waver expectations as far as power level goes, but
I mean, out of the 250, out of the 250, maybe like 2 will be used. so it's just going to clutter up my collection, right? But yeah, I think like what's really funny and kind of like on theme what we've been saying, I envision the intern has an email inbox, right? And he's in charge of the historic one. And it says something like 200,000 unread emails. And, he's just dicking around at work, drinking coffee. He's like, I'll read one. And it's a complaint from fucking like a year ago about Dungeons and Dragons. He's like, oh no, we got to fix it. And it's like, no, we don't want it. We don't want D20s. We don't want dungeons. And he's like, oh, we got to fix it. We got to bring it back, guys. We got to bring it back. And I guess they're bringing it back. No one wanted it. They're giving us something we didn't want. So I don't know. Cool, I guess. I
like that. I like the idea of exactly what he just said. He's going like one email at a time and addressing it like he, she, or whatever. Like, okay, here's the email from fucking Michael Apollo from 2015 about about something. Oh, dude, we got to address that now.
Look, I feel that's how they're handling this, like they only just now learned about Tybalt's trickery and Dungeons and Dragons.
Shit. I mean, overall, so excitement level, we'll do 1 through 5. What do you give this as excitement level?
A 2, without any like knowledge of what kind of cards or what I can expect. I mean, I'm gonna give it a 2. I don't like the way they're like doing the article. New mechanics, new legends, and powerful new spells. It's like, all right, you're sounding like a fucking snake oil salesman.
Yeah. They always do though. They're like, that's their fucking tagline, man. Snake oil salesman.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
All right, what do you, Hoshi, 1 through 5 excitement level? What do you got?
Oh God, I mean, as far as like just pure excitement without any of my other like reservations about this, probably about a 3. Like,
3?
Okay. It seems cool. It seems like there could be a lot of really cool stuff with it. Reservations is just more shit I gotta buy. This is so much more stuff, man. Like, it's so much right now. It's a little bit overload, which is definitely, if we were talking about like leveling those out together, it'd be a 1, because I'm just like, I'm so overloaded from everything else that's going on at the same point, being like, holy shit, 250 other new cards coming into Arena. That's a lot, man. That's a lot to like keep up with everything else. And like, we have a podcast, so I look at this stuff all the time, but if you're just like a normal player, you're just like, dude, I'm not touching historic. Like, holy shit, that is a shit show of like thousands of cards that I've never heard of before, that are in there. It's just like, it's like playing Commander. You're like, wait, what does that fucking card do? What is that?
Totally.
I've never seen that shit before. Is that from Legacy or something? What is that?
Yeah,
that's what it feels like. So
you're no, that was printed in the last set, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, so it's like, so it's mixed emotions with this set. Yeah, what about you?
I'm actually like, I'll be the optimistic one here. I'm like a 5 level excited. I am always excited to see historic centric stuff. I know alchemy is in the mix here. But they want alchemy to be a stronger standard, right? So, and like they have shown that with the cards they've printed in alchemy. There is some really fucking powerful alchemy cards that really set the format, right? And so, and a lot of them are used in our format too. Like a lot of those cards are used in historic. So I'm excited for this. I'm excited for digital only stuff. It makes me think that they're putting thought into the set, even though I know they're not. I know this is all alchemy, 0 historic. Yeah. But they just have to include one with the other. And I don't know. I think my only reservation about this is the Dungeons and Dragons set, and that's probably one of the weakest, most boring sets that we've gotten, the fucking Enter the Dungeon shit, I think I still like to this day, I'm like, what is this? Like when I play against people and they're doing Enter the Dungeon shit, I'm like, what are you doing, dude? Like fucking
This isn't gonna win. This isn't gonna win for you.
this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. So it just really depends what they do, but I am excited. Like I was just saying, they haven't released anything that was historic centric. I'm just going to include this as historic centric since July of last year. And I really do hope they step their game up and they do it a little more frequently. It shouldn't be once a year type of thing. They're doing standard every 3 months. They should do historic every 3 months. I know now that we have Explorer, they're supposed to be releasing these other sets going back, right? So maybe that'll change things up a little bit more.
Maybe.
My only thing is, like you, Hoshi, I am going free to play now. This new set, New Capina.
Capina, like this, like Capina, joy lasagna.
It's a new Capina.
Yeah,
all right, so
now you got it.
All right, so with this set of new Capina, I have not bought anything. I've almost opened 0 packs. I play draft because I have some draft tokens. Like I've done that. I've done sealed. That's the only way I've acquired cards. I've crafted a couple so I get that fucking sweet ass charm for that reanimator deck. But I don't plan on buying any standard sets going forward. Now, when this releases, this is a whole nother story. If this looks solid, like I totally plan on investing money. If they're doing solid stuff for the format I like, then I'm totally into investing money into it. Because like I basically play 2 games at this point in my life. I play Magic the Gathering Arena, and then I play Elder Scrolls Online because I'm a fucking nerd.
Yeah.
But that's it. I don't touch anything else. And if I want to invest my time into something, I have no problem investing money into it as long as it's meaningful investments. And hopefully, and that's what I'm hoping with this. And that's why I'm going to optimistically do it a 5 for excitement.
Nice, dude. Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't immediately be like, they're adding the Dungeons and Dragons Commander cards. That means we're getting Commander on Arena.
I gotta temper my expectations a little bit.
Apollo, I don't know if you missed out on this. Anytime that there was like any card that had something about like multiple opponents, like Drunken is just like, this means we're getting multiplayer. We're getting multiplayer. We're getting it.
Dude, I'm telling you, they'll address it in a few years once they get to that email. It's in there. Out of the 200,000.
Hey, turns out people like multiplayer. That's weird.
Yeah, it's like, hey, Bob, did you ever do the coding for multiplayer? Yeah, dude, it's been done. I'm just waiting for the green light from you. Oh, shit. Sorry, dude. I just read the email.
Yeah. And that's in 2030.
Yeah, they gotta fix their normal multiplayer or their normal PvP shit first before they can even touch fucking multiplayer. God, it's such a shit show with Direct Challenge and everything. Maybe they fixed it now. I don't know. Like we used to just like play each other all the time after the podcast, but then like, we just couldn't do it anymore. It was like impossible to do. It was a shit show. So we kind of stopped doing that, which sucks. But anyways, we're getting off topic. Any last thoughts on all this?
I had just another fuck you to WOTC. I wanted to I saw in this article.
Always.
Sure, yeah, why
so
not?
they have like the 2022-2023 release schedule, and I love how they're just like they're trying to copy like the MCU, like how they're doing like their phase like lineups, like phase 4, phase 3. It's so dumb, dude, because at least with Marvel, right, like we get the names of the movies and we got something to look forward to, like what, Fantastic Four, oh shit, X-Men, like this is just Dominaria, the Brothers War, whatever the fuck that is, and then it's just code names like lacrosse.
Dude, is that a set about like fucking rich kids from Boston or something? What is that?
Oh no.
Hey, let's play some fucking lacrosse.
Oh no.
It's like they put no thought in it. It's like, oh man, let's just make up some code words and let's get them hyped. Like, let's do some like marketing stuff like quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3. It's like, what the fuck is marathon and marathon epilogue and off-roading? Are we going off-roading, bro?
Dude, are we getting like nothing but sports themed Magic sets? Is that what this is going to be?
Yay!
Play some sporty ball, dude.
Yeah.
It's all Strixhaven sold well, so it's all Strixhaven. That's all it is. It's it's 5 Strixhaven.
Yeah,
sets.
you got to get your D20s, and you got to get some tennis balls, and you got to get a racket in there. And man, Magic is going to be intense, bro.
Sounds like it.
Wow.
Well, that was dumb. All right. Well,
Yeah.
well, I guess with that, let's move on to the end step.
And step.
And end step is not only our best soundbite, it's also our comments, questions, and concerns. So, Michael, Paulo, take it away.
All right, everyone. So this is our questions, comments, and concerns. These two idiots don't take a look at this. I try to stay in touch with the people on our Discord, which you haven't. Please make sure you join our Discord. It'll be linked in the description below, whether you're watching or listening. So last week, we were saying we want to prepare a little bit more to talk about the last comment about NFTs. And I think we're just going to sum it up like NFTs are dumb. That's pretty much it. So sorry, we do want to talk about it more and like actually get in depth. But again, I think it kind of warrants its entire episode because it is like a big topic, whether you agree with it or not.
No, it doesn't, because it's dumb. So I don't want to put any effort into it.
No, but I mean, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it is dumb. But
I think
this
it'd
week,
still be a good subject. Yeah.
This week we do have some stuff. We have
let's have it.
Scott saying that it's great to have Apollo back. I appreciate his differing opinions and all that he brings to the cast. And it's funny, as I'm reading this, I was like, oh, like I'm feeling all warm and gooey inside, right? And then it's like, that said, can you please turn up the sensitivity of your mic a little? We can hear every breath. And I was like, oh,
Well, in reality, Apollo is just really fat, so he has really heavy breaths, you know?
Yeah,
He's got to breathe through the chunks.
Yeah.
Apollo,
but yeah,
you're
no.
not supposed to look at this. You can respond later. This is all supposed to be candid and live, all right? So don't.
It's supposed
God
to.
damn
okay.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, this one's going to be candid.
Okay.
Because we have another one. So yeah, Scott, thanks for bringing that up though. Yeah, again, I had I'm back on the cast, so there's a lot of like ironing out bugs and stuff like that to make sure you don't hear my heavy fat breathing.
The gate level.
Tim Raines in real life says, I hope this podcast lasts 25 years into the shortwave renaissance when all remaining podcast communities that can become mutual support networks. If you're willing to be frisked and answer a simple set of questions to grok your political attitudes, dorks, listeners of the future wasteland will be welcomed into our compound.
I like that. That's funny.
That's great. Yeah.
Or shot instantly, depending on the aforementioned questions. So, yeah, fucking love it. That sums up our community for sure.
We're not just trying to pat ourselves on the back too. By the way, if you wanna put in here, we'll read it candidly. Like we suck and we all eat assholes and fucking I hope you all die in hell. Bring it on. That's fine. Yeah.
You don't have to like blow us to get your comments right on there.
Yeah.
It'll be whatever. We'll read it.
Yeah.
Ow. Fuck.
I'll read anything. Yeah, no, really cool. Again,
thank you,
can't stress it enough.
Very cool.
Our community is really awesome. It's really funny. So if you haven't, please make sure you join if that's your kind of thing, because it's fun and you can interact and get put up candidly on the cast. So yeah, that's it this week for comments, questions, and concerns.
Sweet. All right. Well, those were some good ones. Once again. So thanks guys for entering those. And with that, let's move into our cleanup phase.
Cleanup.
And cleanup is our social media promo stage, where normally I have a little graphic for that, but not right now. We'll get it in there. But yeah, we have a YouTube where we put this on, and you can look at all of our faces and all of our additional.
Why would you want to do that?
Well, I mean, that part probably you don't want to do, but there is, we show all the stuff that we're talking about, the articles and the card game and all that stuff. All that is on there. If you you know, have time to do that. If not, you know, totally get it. The podcasting, we're on every podcast out there. We have a Discord, which we talk about a lot because it's great. And we don't do Twitch anymore. And I'm kind of glad because we're doing this on a Sunday morning right now. We're getting drunk on a morning now. So
yeah, we are.
Sorry to the Twitch people. Yeah, but it's just too hard for us to do with our crazy schedules. So yeah, and unless I forgot anything else, I think we're just gonna move on to the last phase, which is our discard phase.
Discard phase. Drink 'em up, boys.
And discard is our final phase where we just say our final farewells and pound our drinks. So, Paulo, any last words?
I love you all. It's good to be back. And again, it's great being reading Discord and all that. So I can't stress it enough. It's great to be back and interacting with you all. Here's to another 85 episodes, whatever we're on.
Nice. Drunken.
I know I have COVID because, like a normal human being, I would have already finished 8 beers by now. Yeah. But this is only my second one, and I'm like not even halfway done with it. So
nice. Yeah. we gotta pound it now,
man.
Yeah,
COVID's for real, bro.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us, guys, and we will see you again next week right here on Manorant. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh man, a little chunk of my Korean barbecue came up and then I swallowed it again.
Oh, I spilled coffee.
Not as good as the second time.
That was some good gin.
Dude, you're eating Korean barbecue for breakfast, bro?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Dude, I mean, it's nice out here in Seattle, finally. Dude, when it's a nice day, people walk around with their shirts out here because it fucking rains. You know, fucking 264 of the 365 days, you know?
That's not you.
Shirts off and KBBQ.
Please keep your shirt on, dude.
Oh, no, I am. It's embarrassing at this point.
It'd be funny if he gets like a letter, like notice. It's like, we understand most people have their shirts off, but please keep your shirt on.
The community has decided that.
Yeah, the community has spoken. Close your windows.
You will be fine.
All right.